IIT Kanpur on the topic, Role of Innovation in the Development of India. Today, we are incredibly fortunate to have the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, addressing us on this transformative topic. We are about to begin the program shortly. I request everyone to kindly settle down, and I would request all the attendees to ensure that your mobile phones are set to silent or flight mode to minimize disruptions during the sessions. Please avoid any kind of movement in the aisle during the event. Ladies and gentlemen, videography and photography is strictly prohibited by your personal mobile phones. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. We are delighted to announce that the Honorable Vice President of India will be joining us shortly. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Vice President of India, he will be joining us shortly. I'll repeat the announcements. Today, we are incredibly fortunate to have the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, addressing us on the topic on role of innovation in the development of India. I request everyone to kindly ensure that your mobile phones are set to silent or flight mode and to minimize disruptions during the session. Please avoid any kind of movement in the aisle during the event. Videography and photography is strictly prohibited by the personal mobile phones. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. We'll just wait for a few more minutes and he would be here. Thank you. Namaskar and good evening once again to all our esteemed guests present here today. On behalf of Professor Manindra Agarwal, Director IIT Kanpur, I, Shweta Kumar, your host for this event, would like to extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, for his address to the students on the topic, Role of Innovation in the Development of India. We also welcome Srimati Anandi Ben Patel, Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Satish Mahana, Honorable Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of UP, Shri Rakesh Sachan, Honorable Minister of MSME, Khadi, Village, Industries, Sericulture, Textile, Government of Uttar Pradesh, esteemed guests, faculty, staff, students, members of the press, and those who are joining us virtually from around the world. It is indeed a moment of pride and privilege for all of us to host this insightful session led by none other than the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar. I would now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. I would now request all the dignitaries present on stage to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, which symbolizes knowledge and wisdom. ॐ शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते. The light serves as a reminder of the pursuit of knowledge and symbolizes abundance, prosperity, knowledge, dispelling darkness and ignorance. Thank you, everyone. I would now request Professor Manindra Agrawal to kindly present a memento to the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar. Requesting Professor Agrawal to kindly present a memento to Srimati Anandi Bain Patel. Requesting Professor Agrawal to present a memento to Sri Satish Mahana. Requesting once again to Professor Agrawal to kindly present a memento to Sri Rakesh Sachan. I would now humbly request Professor Manindra Agrawal, Director of IIT Kanpur, to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Srimati Anandiben Patel ji, Honorable Speaker of Legislative Assembly of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Satish Mahana ji, Honorable Cabinet Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Shri Rakesh Sachan ji, esteemed faculty and staff members, dear students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this address by Honorable Vice President of India on the role of innovation in development of India. Sir, it is our real privilege and honor to have you with us today sharing your wisdom. IIT Kanpur as an institution has been at the forefront of technology since its inception, and it hosts one of the country's leading technology business incubators with more than 400 startups that have been passed through this incubator. With ever increasing population and societal challenges facing our country, and also the aspirations of the citizens of the country, new innovative ideas and translating these ideas to products is needed more than ever. And we must develop our own solutions to our problems. The outside world is not going to help us in that. Now, keeping that in mind, it is very timely that Honorable Vice President of India has chosen this theme on role of innovation in the development of the country. And I'm certain that his address will give us deeper insight and further motivation on developing solutions for the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite Srimati Anandiben Patel, Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, to deliver her address. Srimati Anandiben Patel has had a distinguished career in Indian politics and public services. Mrs. Patel was the first woman Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat. Later, she was appointed as the Governor of Madhya Pradesh and further took additional charge as the Governor of Chhattisgarh.
माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति श्री जगदीप धनखड़ जी, उत्तर प्रदेश विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष श्री सतीश महाना जी, प्रदेश के माननीय सूक्ष्म लघु एवं मध्यम उद्यम मंत्री श्री राकेश सचान जी, IIT कानपुर के निर्देशक प्रोफेसर मनीन्द्र अग्रवाल जी, सम्मानित सभी संकाय सदस्यगण, उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य अतिथिगण, देवी और सज्जनों, IIT कानपुर में आयोजित रोल ऑफ इनोवेशन इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडिया कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित होकर मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हो रही है। प्रदेश के राज्यपाल के रूप में मैं माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी सहित आप सभी का स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। यह संस्थान विशेष स्थान रखता है और यहाँ की हर यात्रा एक प्रेरणादायक अनुभूति कराती है। वर्ष 1959 में स्थापित यह संस्थान प्रथम पीढ़ी के IIT में से एक है और शैक्षिक और तकनीकी प्रगति का सदैव दीप स्तंभ रहा है। यह शैक्षिक संस्थान नवाचार रचनात्मकता का केंद्र है, जहां हमारे देश की प्रतिभाशाली युवा पीढ़ी भविष्य के तकनीकी और सामाजिक परिदृश्य को आकार देती है। मित्रों, IIT न केवल उच्च तकनीकी शिक्षा के संस्थान है, बल्कि यह एक सपना है, एक आदर्श है जो लाखों छात्रों के मन में निरंतर प्रेरणा और उत्साह का स्रोत बने हुए हैं। आपका यह संस्थान न केवल उच्च शिक्षा और उत्कृष्टता का प्रतीक है, बल्कि यह युवा पीढ़ी को विज्ञान, तकनीकी और नवाचार के माध्यम से दुनिया को एक नया रूप देने की क्षमता प्रदान करता है। यहाँ पर हर छात्र का उद्देश्य केवल पढ़ाई नहीं, बल्कि अपने कौशल, ज्ञान और समर्पण से समाज में सकारात्मक बदलाव लाना भी होता है। IIT छात्रों को सिर्फ तकनीकी ज्ञान ही नहीं, बल्कि जीवन में नेतृत्व, सहयोग और सामूहिक कामकाजी माहौल में सफलता पाने की प्रेरणा भी देता है। आज विश्व में सभी क्षेत्रों में तेजी से बदलाव हो रहे हैं और ये बदलाव IIT जैसे संस्थानों के कारण ही संभव हो रहे हैं। ये संस्थान न केवल उच्चतम शिक्षा प्रदान करते हैं, बल्कि नवाचार और अनुसंधान के माध्यम से तकनीकी और वैज्ञानिक समस्याओं को हल करने में मदद कर रहे हैं। यह शिक्षा प्राप्त करना विद्यार्थियों को सिखाता है कि वह किसी भी समस्या का समाधान अपने ज्ञान और कल्पना से निकाल सकते हैं। अब असफलताएं केवल कदमों को रोकने के लिए नहीं आती, बल्कि वे हमें और बेहतर बनाने के लिए अवसर प्रदान करती हैं। यही कारण है कि जो विद्यार्थी IIT से निकलते हैं, वे न केवल अपने देश का नाम रोशन करते हैं, बल्कि पूरी दुनिया में अपनी मेहनत और बुद्धिमत्ता से बदलाव लाते हैं। नवाचार किसी भी राष्ट्र की आर्थिक और सामाजिक प्रगति के लिए महत्वपूर्ण कारक है। विशेषकर भारत जैसे विशाल और विविधतापूर्ण देश की जब बात हो तो नवाचार की भूमिका और भी अधिक महत्वपूर्ण हो जाती है। नवाचार का अर्थ केवल नए विचारों और तकनीकों का सृजन मात्र नहीं है, बल्कि यह समाज की ज़रूरतों के अनुसार उन विचारों को मूर्त रूप प्रदान करने की प्रक्रिया भी है। नवाचार का मतलब सिर्फ आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करना ही नहीं है, बल्कि यह एक ऐसी प्रक्रिया है जो समाज के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, कृषि और उद्योग में सुधार लाने में मदद करती है। भारत का इतिहास नवाचार और खोजों से भरा हुआ है। प्राचीन काल में ही भारत ने गणित, आयुर्वेद, खगोल शास्त्र और इंजीनियरिंग के क्षेत्र में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया था। लेकिन आज के परिप्रेक्ष्य में नवाचार को लेकर जो बदलाव आए हैं, वह विशेष रूप से आधुनिक विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी के क्षेत्र में है। विगत 10 वर्षों में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में देश ने सभी क्षेत्रों में नवाचार के माध्यम से अभूतपूर्व प्रगति की है। भारत ने सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी, अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान, जैव प्रौद्योगिकी और स्वच्छ ऊर्जा जैसे क्षेत्रों में उल्लेखनीय नवाचार किए हैं। केंद्र सरकार के स्तर पर अब तक 1,54,696 स्टार्टअप को मान्यता प्रदान करते हुए सहायता प्रदान की गई है। इन क्षेत्रों में किए गए नवाचारों ने भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था को वैश्विक स्तर पर प्रतिस्पर्धी बना दिया है। भारत के आर्थिक विकास में नवाचार की भूमिका को समझना महत्वपूर्ण है। IT सेक्टर, स्टार्टअप और डिजिटल इंडिया जैसे पहलुओं ने भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था को गति प्रदान की है। भारत में स्टार्टअप का एक नया दौर शुरू हुआ है। आज हमारे युवा उद्यमी अपनी नवाचारी सोच के साथ नए नए व्यवसाय स्थापित कर रहे हैं। मेक इन इंडिया, स्टार्टअप इंडिया और अटल इनोवेशन मिशन जैसी योजनाओं ने नवाचार को प्रोत्साहित किया है। हमारे कृषि प्रधान देश में कृषि के क्षेत्र में भी महत्वपूर्ण नवाचार हुए हैं। स्मार्ट कृषि, ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी और AI आधारित तकनीकों का उपयोग किसानों को अधिक उपज देने और संसाधनों का बेहतर उपयोग करने में मदद कर रहा है, जिससे किसानों का आर्थिक उत्पादन हो रहा है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ड्रोन दीदी योजना के माध्यम से महिलाओं को कृषि में स्वावलंबन हेतु नया आधार प्रदान किया है। स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र में हुए नवाचारों ने लोगों की जीवन शैली को बेहतर बनाया है। भारत ने स्वास्थ्य देखभाल प्रणालियों में नवाचारों की वजह से अब दूर दराज क्षेत्रों तक स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं पहुंच रही है। टेलीमेडिसिन, डिजिटल हेल्थ रिकॉर्ड्स और सस्ते जीनोमिक परीक्षण जैसी तकनीकों ने स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं की पहुंच और गुणवत्ता को बढ़ाया है। पिछले 10 वर्षों में एम्स जैसी मेडिकल संस्थानों एवं मेडिकल सीटों में 2 गुनी से अधिक वृद्धि की गई है। अब रोबोटिक्स के माध्यम से जटिल शल्य चिकित्सा सुगमता से संपन्न हो रही है। डिजिटल शिक्षा, ऑनलाइन कोर्स और AI आधारित एडुकेटिव टूल्स ने भारत के छात्रों को नई संभावनाओं के दरवाजे खोले हैं। इससे हर किसी को समान शिक्षा प्राप्त करने का अवसर मिल रहा है। ऑनलाइन और स्मार्ट क्लासेस तथा डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी के माध्यम से विद्यार्थी, शोधार्थी कहीं से भी एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। नवाचार ने भारत को कई क्षेत्रों में लाभ पहुंचाया है, लेकिन इसके रास्ते में कुछ चुनौतियां तो है ही। नवाचार का लाभ समाज के सभी वर्गों तक पहुंचाने में IIT जैसे प्रतिष्ठित शिक्षण संस्थानों की भूमिका महत्वपूर्ण है। IIT के शिक्षक एवं विद्यार्थी शैक्षणिक अवधि में पाठ्यक्रम के दौरान समाज के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में कार्यरत इकाइयों एवं लोगों के सुगमतापूर्वक कार्य हेतु छोटे छोटे टूल्स एवं यंत्र का निर्माण कर सहायता कर सकते हैं। इसमें आप इंटर कॉलेज, ITI, पॉलिटेक्निक के विद्यार्थियों का मार्गदर्शन भी कर सकते हो। प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, भारत में नवाचार का भविष्य बहुत उज्ज्वल है। यदि हम नवाचारों को सही दिशा में प्रेरित करते हैं और उन्हें समाज के हर वर्ग तक पहुंचाने में सफल होते हैं, तो हम वर्ष 2047 से पूर्व ही भारत को विकसित और आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के संकल्प को साकार कर सकते हैं। अंत में मैं IIT कानपुर को एक सुंदर विषय पर कार्यक्रम आयोजित करने हेतु बधाई देती हूँ। निश्चित रूप से ऐसे कार्यक्रम हमारे युवाओं को प्रेरणा देने में सहायक सिद्ध होंगे। जय हिंद।
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and honor to invite Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening, all of you. Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Srimati Anandiben Patel, Honorable Speaker of Uttar Pradesh Assembly, Sri Satish Mahana, Honorable Minister, Sri Rakesh Sachan, Sri Ramesh Avasthi, Member Parliament Lok Sabha, Professor Maninder Agarwal, Director IIT Kanpur. We have amongst us an alumnus of IIT Kanpur, 1987 batch IS officer, Sri Sunil Gupta. I had the great benefit of his counsel while being Governor of the State of West Bengal and now as Vice President of the country. And I therefore can vouchsafe that this institute creates and fully enables a person to exploit genius for larger public good. Shri Gupta has contributed hugely in transformative changes that we have brought about in our system. Distinguished faculty, members of the staff, officials, if there are proud parents here, my salutations to them, and IITians, for me it's a learning exercise. First of all, best wishes to all of you for ongoing recruitment drive. I know you will be contributing, but beneficiaries should be delighted to have such a human resource for selection and to be at their disposal. Well, for me, it's a great moment to be at this institution in its 65th year of excellence. A boy from the village, Rajendra Lunaich, from my district, came to this institute. He passed out. He was not on my radar. But when I went to the US, I found this IITian had created an empire LCC, Lunaich Communication Company. He was one of the 24 people who came to India along with President Clinton. And then it was soothing experience when I met him and others that now you have changed the landscape of India's human resource. There was a time when we could never imagine that any one of us will be having some presence in Silicon Valley or other areas. And what a 360-degree turn. There is no global institute now, no global corporate that doesn't have your presence. This illustrates the capacity building that takes place here. This illustrates how useful you are wherever you go outside when you take a jump in the outer world. Now, it happened during those times when India was a different country. But now it's a nation with hope and possibility. Now it's a nation on economic upsurge. Now it's a nation with phenomenal infrastructure. Now it's a nation whose performance in sea, on land, in sky, or space is getting global accolades. I recall my days when I was a minister and a member of parliament in 90, and the spectacle I saw did not cheer me. It was a despondent situation. Things have dramatically changed for you. And therefore, there could be no better ecosystem available to you now. You are fortunate to be getting education at such a world-class institution. You are equally fortunate to belong to a nation that is having its presence in the world as never before. You are fortunate to live in times where developed nation status for Bharat at 2047 is not a dream. But a destination to be achieved. And with you brilliant minds, boys and girls, it can come sooner. And why not? When I look back, our journey from fragile 5 to big 5 economies, to be one amongst big 3 in next 2 years, ahead of Japan and Germany. But with you, I wish to talk something very different. The challenge before you is very different. You have to be alive of the challenge. To be a developed nation, the expression has not been defined. But you can find contours of development, and that would require 8-fold increase in per capita income of citizens of this country. It's a daunting challenge. Unless we do it, we will not be able to negotiate our journey to that level. And that comes only through innovation. As mind is to the body, innovation is to the growth of a nation. You will find, boys and girls, people who can execute an idea. But to ideate, to innovate, is very different. And what I've seen whenever I've been to such institutions, I hold my head very high. Be it IIT Madras, amazing performance. Only 3 days back, I had the occasion to read about your institution. It was in one of the pink papers. I invited attention of Mr. Gupta while he was seeking to invite my attention to that. And therefore, you are special to this country. You are very special to this country. You will have many options before you. But then, you have to work very hard because you have to change the lives of 1.4 billion people. We are home to 1/6 of humanity. And we have to be torch bearers to the world. When I met your director, I told him, sir, I'm meeting you for the first time. But I know of you as Governor State of West Bengal, COVID. The transformation that has taken place in our country, by and large, it owes to alumni of these institutions. Historical evidence is before us that no nation has achieved greatness without leading technological revolutions. For PAX India to become a reality, India must similarly pioneer technological advancements. And where will it happen? Just tell me. Your institute has presence, campuses in Abu Dhabi and Zanzibar. On what account? On account of the faculty, on account of the curriculum. I wouldn't name the person. One of the foreign dignitaries who called on me was so persuasive that I am very keen to have a campus of an IIT in my country. I could not believe myself, and she made it a point to emphasize repeatedly, which means we have come of age. Gone are the times when we used to look for the West, W-E-S-T, because even now when we look for the West, we convert it into wealth. That's a big change that has taken place. The past decade, and I should not be mistaken for political reasons. No, I am before discerning audience. I will have to strive very hard to come to your intellectual level. You therefore will take my observation right spirit. In the past decade, Bharat has witnessed remarkable transformation in innovation. The landscape has been thoroughly revolutionized for the better. Our patent filings have more than doubled. Now, it may be statistics to some, but you know the import of it. I have very often focused at institutions that research should not be for the sake of research. A research paper is just not for academic applauding. A research paper must have at the base of it something that is transformative for the public at large. Patent filings, 42,763 in 2014-15, now 92,000 in 2023-24. And in the process, we are global sixth. We cannot be satisfied with this. We have to be at peak. And for that, the ecosystem, affirmative policies, initiatives have made work culture for you more soothing. We have the third largest startup ecosystem, as indicated, 150,000 startups. But what is more remarkable is 118 unicorns, valued at $354 billion US. This institute, IIT Kanpur, has alone produced 16 unicorn founders. 16 have emanated from your campus, which means you can take a jump and create. Let me indicate something different also. There was a time when corporate world was dominated by pedigree, family corporates. I'm so happy to note that in last decade, corporate world is being dominated by innovation. Suddenly you find someone young, not formally dressed, in smart casuals, carrying a label of IIT, and being a big one. I would appeal to the industry, trade, business, and corporates, their associations, because their commitment to innovation has to be understood in proper perspective. They are investing in their present, in their future. They have to realize it. I looked around at a global level. In the top 25, I could figure only 2 Indian corporates. To really bring about the big change we need, a change the nation needs, a change that will be for global stability and harmony. Because growth of India is prosperity for the world. That's our culture. Corporate commitment to innovation is strengthening. It needs to gallop. With BSE 100 companies increasing their R&D investment from, now, it takes me a lot of courage to read it, from 0.89% to 1.32% of revenue in past 5 years. This needs a geometric jump. This needs a quantum jump. I'm sure the director and the like and the alumni of IITs, they must converge on a platform. They constitute a pool of talent unrivaled perhaps on the planet. They are in positions of command in India and outside. For a long time, I have been trying for a confederation of alumni associations of IITians. That global think tank not only can motivate the corporates, but can bring about a big change. I would be happy and delighted if director takes initiative by getting in touch with other directors, that we have a confederation of alumni associations of IITs. Once those people come on the same page, and technology connects so easily these days, I'm sure it will happen. Institutional support through incubation centers has flourished, with IIT Kanpur's earlier supporting 250 startups worth $1 billion, including over 100 women-led ventures. The latter part is very impactful. When I came here, I saw not many girl students. But whatever presence is there, you are more than the majority. Big change is already taking place. Honorable Governor has focused on affirmative policies of the government. Atal Innovation Mission, Startup India, Make in India. But this is bearing fruits now. Just take a small thing, mobile. When there was invasion, I would say in a sense, of mobiles, we had 2 manufacturers. Now more than 3 digits. We make in India, for India, and for the world, and the best of them. This is happening by and large in every field. Looking ahead, innovation must embody 4S. And these principles are fundamental. Smart, solution-oriented, scalable, and sustainable. And these words mean a lot. Sustainable, I say, for a simple reason. Our planet is really being threatened, and we don't have another planet to cohabit. So development has to be sustainable. Smart innovation, like the revolutionary smartphone or India's UPI system should be simple, adaptable, and transformational. It's a moment of great pride for me when I look at this adaptability. Indian farmer today, 100 million of them receive direct funds in their accounts. That the government does is different. Look at the recipient, nobody expected. That deep technological penetration has brought about what? No leakage of funds, no middlemen, no corrupt elements, transparency and accountability, and more importantly, expedition, fastest. Solution-oriented innovation requires understanding real-world problems across sectors from agriculture to healthcare. This demands, my young friends, is stepping out of comfort zones and engaging with diverse stakeholders across India. I will focus on this because I have come to make a fervent appeal to IIT Kanpur. I would greatly appreciate if IIT Kanpur can take welfare of the farmer in mission mode. Some of the problems are so obvious. Really burning. Please scratch your minds, find a solution. Our farmer today is virtually stressed because farmer has not tasted benefit of innovation. Most of you must, or many of you must be coming from farming families. There is agricultural produce and the farmer sells it, end of it. Why farmer should not add value to his product? Why farmer should not market it? Just imagine the volume of fiscal dimension of industry that adds value to farm produce. I have seen many IITians getting into that area. But those who can do it easily, the produce is in their village, in their farm. Please focus on it. With 70% of India living in villages and small towns, increasing digital connectivity through initiatives like BharatNet reaching 80% of Gram Panchayats, the opportunity for scalable solutions is immense. I was surprised when I went to my village. In every village, you'll find there is a center. That center helps you. But I was so surprised. If you talk an elderly man कि मुझे पासपोर्ट लेना है, तो कहेंगे राम सिंह के बच्चे के पास चले जाओ, वो कर देगा. गांव के अंदर ही मुझे बस की टिकट खरीदनी है, रेल की खरीदनी है, हवाई जहाज की खरीदनी है, वो कर देगा. मुझे आधार कार्ड में थोड़ा चेंज करना है या बिजली का बिल देना है, सब कर देगा. Boys and girls, you will be surprised. बिजली का बिल पे करने के लिए पहले छुट्टी लेते थे क्योंकि लाइन लंबी होती थी. लाइन ही खत्म हो गई because of innovation. It is being said that economy will get a fillip, it will get a quantum jump. It needs, and manufacturing innovation is particularly critical. We must progress from designing in India to manufacturing in India. Now this is a very critical area. And I have been saying repeatedly, manufacturing means we add value. We add value to our raw material. This is only a small facet of it. But how can young boys and girls countenance a scenario when you go to a port like Paradip, our iron ore is being exported without value addition? Someone holds control over that iron ore, finds it cozy sitting in a room to negotiate a deal, someone abroad. But in the process, our interests are compromised. No fiscal gain, howsoever voluminous, can be a justifiable premise to compromise with economic nation of this country. You must be extremely innovative oriented in value addition areas. Much is happening. If waste is being created into wealth, if raw material is emerging in various formats, it is on account of innovation. Boys and girls, sustainability must underpin all innovations, aligning with our civilizational ethos of living in harmony with nature. I know the trend is declining. It used to be fashionable with people who had fat pockets that we can use natural resources because we can afford. You are brilliant minds. There has to be optimal utilization of natural resources because that is premise of sustainable development. If we are in harmony with nature, we have to work in a manner because evolution of such an ecosystem will create opportunities in renewable energy, sustainable goods, organic farming, and agroforestry. Innovation should enable, as I said, farmers to adopt environmentally friendly practices while remaining economically viable. As a matter of fact, the dream, the object, is no longer a dream, it's our destination. To be a developed nation by 2047, we need to focus more seriously on welfare of the farmer. You must make it a point how to improve the farm economy with size of the land dwindling. Government has many schemes, hand-holding schemes, cooperatives that finds place in our constitution now. It's doing all it can, but the innovation has to emanate from you. Once that innovation is there, execution will follow. India's path for a developed nation status by 2047 is inevitable. Given our demographic dividend, envy of the world, our demographic dividend is envy of the world. Natural resources, talent pool, and supportive policies, affirmative policies. We didn't have that facility as you have. There is an ecosystem in place today which will handhold you. The moment you take a leap for the outer world, you will find if you have a startup, even the top corporates will invest. You must have read in newspapers. They are quick to get into it. You would have seen how people have become billionaires coming from your institutions because they created a tech giant out of innovation. And therefore, we have to work in that direction. Innovation is a catalyst in this journey. Someone has very wisely said, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. We must dream of a prosperous India while laying the foundation through purposive innovation. Now, I am very clear in my mind that everyone sitting here, the moment you got this in this institution, an institution of excellence, your family members, your friends, they got surcharged. Your families came to have a different reputation. It is not easy to get into IIT. This is one of the greatest achievement because it is a very tough competition. Now that you are part of it, you have now to deliver your part. IIT Kanpur exemplifies this is spread through initiatives like its collaboration with Bihar hospitals using artificial intelligence to reduce infant mortality and thereby helping 40,000 mothers. Now, ordinary man is concerned not with innovation, with solution. So, any innovation which provides a solution catches the imagination of everyone. Can you imagine in a country like ours, where people live in villages, adaptability of technology has been so fast, giving us that edge in the world that our per capita internet consumption is more than that of US and China taken together. And now you'll find every person getting used to making payments through digital mechanism. But look at the fallout of it on economy. Our economy is getting formalized. A formal economy is harbinger of ethical standards, of transparent governance. Those of you can find out from your parents who file income tax returns. It used to be quite a bothersome mechanism. Not any longer. All the transactions have converged. This glass is indicative. I must conclude. But I am hard nut to crack. Where will I get so receptive audience, discerning audience? As a matter of fact, I am speaking to you, not to guide you, not to educate you, not to tell you your opportunity basket is ballooning while look for government job. I am talking to you because there is no substitute. You are very special. You alone can be transformative in that area. And once you be in mission mode, fired by the zeal of nationalism, always keeping nation first, then I am sure each one of you will start looking for a problem for which you will find a solution. Such solution-oriented innovations demonstrate, and this is a ground reality, how technology can address critical social challenges while scaling impact. The convergence of physical and digital infrastructure across India creates unprecedented opportunities for market linkages. It's a revolutionary change. Hire a cab, order food, order clothes. Look at what changes have come to take place. Even COVID has started a new culture, work from home. Means we learn fast. That's our strong DNA. I would urge innovators, that's you boys and girls, you must leverage these foundations to connect local products with global markets, like bringing Kanpur's leather product to international destination. Let me tell you something. I was invited by the Honorable Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath to inaugurate an expo where products from 75 districts were displayed at Noida. A huge show. I couldn't believe my eyes when I was negotiating distance in that cart. Left and right, left and right. I'm used to left and right by virtue of being chairman Rajya Sabha, because on the right is the government, on the left is the opposition. But there I was doing only to see one district, one product. Enormous challenges. Then suddenly, 2 days thereafter, I had a gentleman who came from Moradabad to me. Obviously, he brought a statue. Perhaps he knew my caste a little more seriously, so brought a statue of Hanumanji. We believe in that. I just asked him, without a purpose, how much you market abroad? He said 10,000 crores. 10,000 crores. Now he is doing it through conventional means. You will be able to design a mechanism which will create tsunami in a positive sense in the entire world. The nation's progress depends on your ability to forge innovation that addresses real challenges while driving economic growth. When I complimented one of your alumni, Mr. Gupta rightly found that the Vice President of India understands machine learning by 2 words, machine and learning. And blockchain also the same way. And his understanding of disruptive technologies was very different. So we had 3-hour session from experts. We requested Government of India that the Vice President needs to be informed or educated about disruptive technologies. For those 3 hours, those who made presentation were boys and girls like you, your age. All were from your gender, ma'am, your gender. And so passionate. I learned machine learning. Oh my God, it can deal with security issues. It can blunt a narrative which is anti-national. Because we have some people in the country who are recipe for chaos in the country. Their object is to taint, tarnish and diminish our institutions. How do we deal with them? We try to counsel them, you see, in the theatre in which I am there. But then if there is wrong narrative, it can jeopardize our security. Then blockchain, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. And you'll be surprised to learn. When we train people for interns in Rajya Sabha so that they can handhold MPs, we have devised a particular session for these technologies. We like it or not, these technologies, disruptive technologies, are another industrial revolution. They have entered our office, our home, our working pattern. They are great challenges, and every challenge, according to me, is a great opportunity. Now, who will take on this challenge? And who will convert this into opportunity? You don't expect a man at my age to do it. Am I right? कुछ काम तो दादा को नहीं, पोते को ही करना चाहिए. और पोते तैयार है ना, पोते पोती. Am I right? So, when I go everywhere, Mr. Agarwal, I am sometimes concerned that national education policy was evolved, Honorable Governor was involved, IAS Governor was involved. But are our Vice Chancellors, people at the helm of affairs of education institutions, aware of it? I am really perturbed on occasions because on one hand we have blue economy, space economy, but our boys and girls think they have no opportunity except a government job. So mark my one word, one observation. International Monetary Fund is accrediting us for what? That we are a favorite global destination of investment and opportunity. Are they doing it for government jobs? then for what? I leave with you this thought. Those of you who happen to be in Delhi and wish to visit the new building of Indian Parliament are most welcome. But please structure it also. My office will be in touch with the private secretary of the director, and I would be happy to receive you. And if in town, I would interact with you. You will find it not only encouraging, but you will come to know that you have a lot to contribute for the welfare of this great nation. My best wishes to you. Please never have fear of failure. No tension. I live with one thought which I faced. I happen to be quite a brilliant student. My brilliance was limited to my mark sheet. Not more than that. And I feared that the sky will fall if I come number 2 in the class. When I used to interact with a professor, those were the times when we didn't have Amul, we had Polson. So my classmates would say, Polson, Polson, Polson. कि टीचर को पोल्सन कर रहा है. Then I learned much later in life that if I had not come at number 1 all the time, nothing would have happened. The gain would have been mine. I would have had some playtime, some interaction with friends. The bond would have been stronger. It is getting stronger now also, I'm doing it. But even with everything at your command, you can't create this second. This second is gone and gone forever. No effort can retrieve it. So please have no tension, no stress. You are in very fortunate times. The atmosphere is full of hope and possibility. And government policies are so many that finance is never going to be a hurdle for you. And the moment there's a brilliant idea, don't put it in your parking place. That's your mind. Experiment it. And you will be contributing to the welfare of this country. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and encouraging words. I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
As we conclude today's event, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished guests, speakers, and attendees. Thank you.